but it was amazing.
They say we live the sweet life attacking codeine, sipping paper cups, we call it syrup or lean. And rock with it, sway hips and drop, dip it low, McMillions on them crowded dance floors, hoping to keep the hits climbing the charts and bodies rolling. Wrist and neck on freeze, they call it North Poling. The audience whose itching ears wanna hear scratch vocals from the ones whose consciousness are seared. States are tender, but all these heart and hearts at stake compared to heaven's feet.
Hey guys, what up? It's Pastor DeeJay here, the People's Pastor. Welcome to the Simply DeeJay Show. It is wonderful. What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? Someday?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, as Mike was telling me off camera. That's what a wonderful co-host is about. So, what up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Michael, your hair is in the camera. We learning, folks. We learning, aren't we, Michael?
Yes.
Don't do that. Your hair gets in my way, right here on the camera. Get a good vibe going. The vibe is chilling and reeling and doing the hip hop Dylan, and then you got to keep it the flow of the thing. Like, in order to do a good professional podcast live stream, you got to be fluid. You know the people that you see on your TV when you watch them on whatchamajigger? Don't you watch live streams? Huh?
Not anymore.
Did you used to watch live streams?
Yeah.
Did they have crazy stuff going on like that, or were they focused on what they were doing? Huh? They had crazy stuff going on? Really? What live stream did you tell me? Tell everybody out there. You might tell somebody knew something. I mean, they're watching you right now.
Crazy Fortnite live stream going on Crankin' 90s.
Going on what?
Crankin' 90s.
Okay. The reason why your voice ain't being caught on the microphone is not because of how close you are. It's because of voice. You're supposed to be able to project your voice. You see how you can still hear me? Now, there is an echo, right? You hear that echo? That slight echo as I speak. It's because of the living room. The sound's bouncing off all of the walls. And so it's all coming back to the microphone. So, like, when you move yourself closer to the microphone, you're not helping anything. You got to project. When I was in theater arts, I took it for 7 years. My theater arts, Steve Franco said, speak it from your diaphragm, say it from your chest. So if I want to be louder and heard louder, then I speak a little louder. However, with my type of voice, the louder I speak, the more the echo is. See how the echo keeps getting louder and louder and louder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of all the walls. So if you ever notice when we go downstairs and do a live stream, it sounds different to us, don't it?
Yeah.
But because we use this type of microphone, it doesn't sound as bad out there. So you don't have to keep moving in and out, in and out. We sit here, we have a good time, let everybody see how we interact with one another and learn about the Bible and learn about Scripture and learn about new things and hear about Michael's top 10 and have just a good flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all learning, right? You've never done this before, have you?
No.
No, you haven't. So you don't know how to do any of it, do you? Well, it still irritates me, but that doesn't mean we're not going to learn, right? High five. Love you, buddy. So today, what I did want to get into today, because it's always a matter of importance. First off, to welcome everybody to the Simply DeeJay Show. I'm so thankful and blessed that you guys have stopped by, stopped in, stopped somewhere to enjoy the opportunity to learn about the Word, learn about the things that I know, because God is real. Not, I don't want to keep saying it. Not this modern day Christianity. I'm not telling you guys not to do anything. I just want you to do what is best. My phone just went crazy.
How?
I don't know. That phone right there, it just went crazy.
This one?
No, this one. This one in the middle. That's all right though. So I'm gonna do like this, and then we'll just cancel this out.
I don't
So heck with that.
know.
Yeah. Heck with that. So today, what we'll be talking about is God and why I do the things that I do, show the things that I show, preach the way that I preach, teach the way that I teach, because what I live and breathe and eat is truly what I've learned over the years. It's not nothing that's crazy. Everything is in the Bible is real. Everything that happened in the Bible is real. I'm not here to be like, no, the Bible is false. The Bible is false. Do not believe its contents. It is not yet a holy word. No, because it is. Everything happened. It happened. It's a historical book. You can go read the Egyptian letters. You can go read the letters in the pyramids. There's so much evidence that that time frame actually happened. So we know that historically that time actually happened. So we don't deny that the Bible's real and the contents of it is real. So with that being said, they have taken what is real and tried to manipulate it into this word called this modern day Christianity. And that's not a real thing to follow because it doesn't really truly live up to what Christianity was even back in those times in the Bible. It doesn't live up to the hype. You can't go back to the word, to the biblical word and say, oh, this is what Christianity was, and then say, well, we're going to do it differently because the Catholic Church said, oh, well, we're ordained by God, and we have the authority to maneuver it and manipulate it and use it to have wars and say in the name of Christ. Well, Christ never died so we can go kill people. I just tell you that right now. Christ never died so we can go kill people. It's not who he was. He died for us. And then we manipulate that to try to get people to sit in the pews and stuff. Yeah, well, what a lot of people try to say about the Savior of the world. But we get more into that. So what I'm here to do is to tell you, like my studies over the years, I live a certain way. I live truly by what God said. Even in my life, as people would see here in the past year, they're like, wow, your life has been divorced, married, happily. What's going on? This seems also real, but that's what God does. He just does things that makes it completely so unrealistic that it has to be him. It can't be something else. It can't be me. I screw everything up. But I know that. So the things that I've studied over the years, I want to give you guys because that helps make me the person that I am today. And to have the ability to have the love, the patience, the kindness, even for the ones that do me wrong. And there are a lot of people out there that done me wrong over the years. A lot of people. But I've kept doing, kept moving, kept pursuing. But for the number of people that's done me wrong, the number of people that's been there for me is way greater. So that's why God's allowed me to be a little bit more bold this year with our product line that we're having. Where we got like, I cannot wait for y'all to see the whole thing. The whole thing is going to be so amazing. God is really tapped into something good, and I'm running with it. I have the support, the love, the confidence in God and what He's called, and that's all I'm doing. I'm running with it. Will you go? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So, with that being said, I want to get Michael to do God's 10, if he doesn't mind. Did I do something? Did I make something fall?
Phone's about to die. I can't charge my phone.
Now, for dramatic effect, that was pretty on point. You did good on that one.
I can't. It's at 1%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I gave you the cord.
It's not true.
Oh. But as Michael gets ready for Michael's God's top 10, the reason also to give you knowledge and true historical facts of what I've studied over the years. It's never good to keep what we know inside of ourselves to the point of we're not passing on that information for somebody to grow and to make better of their lives, because at the end of the day, that's what we should do, is to pass down information that makes us better, stronger, wiser. There you go. Take it away, Michael.
God's top 10. Number 1, put God first. Number 2, worship Him only. Number 3, no bad words. Number 4, worship person. Number 5, obey your parents. Number 6, harm no one. Number 7, don't cheat. Number 8, if it's not yours, don't take it. Number 9, tell the truth. Number 10, don't be jealous of other people's stuff.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. And all the men say, what? Oh, give me a high five, buddy. God's top 10. That's what I love. That's what I love. That's beautiful. All the men in the house say what? Yeah. We gonna do it one more time?
Yeah.
All the men in the house say what? One more time. All the men in the house say what? All right, guys. Let's get into this, and then I got about 13 minutes left, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna keep to the time of 30 minutes. We got time. We don't have to rush anything to make everything happen overnight. So, the book of Jubilees, I just want to start off. Moses receives the tables of the law and instruction on past and future history, which he has inscribed in a book. 1 through 4, apostasy of Israel. 1 through 1, 5 through 9, captivity of Israel and Judah. 10 through 13, return of Judah and rebuilding of the temple. 15 through 18, Moses' prayer for Israel. 19 through 21, God's promises to redeem and dwell with them. 22 through 5:28, Moses is bidden to write down the future history of the world, the book of Jubilees, and an angel to write down the law. This angel takes the heavenly chronicle tablets to dedicate them, therefore, to Moses' 29. This is the history of the division of the days of the law, the testimony of the events of the years, and of the weeks of the Jubilees throughout all the years of the world. As the Lord spake to Moses on Mount Sinai, when he went up to receive the tablets of the law and the commandment according to the voice that God had sent unto him, go up to the mount. That's just the introduction of what the book of Jubilees is, okay? So I'm going to get ready to read Jubilees chapter 1, verse 1. And then I'm going to jump over and I'm going to show you in the Word where it is exactly in the Word. So my question to everybody out there, if you're watching, if you're viewing, why is it that I tell you to follow God and my life is blessed? My life is blessed. My life is tremendously moving forward at a rate of God's will. But at the same time, I give you information that helps you prove God's existence even more, and not to judge people, but to live by the commandments and the top 2 commandments that he gives us. And my life is this way. But yet if you follow this other way that they say is right, they tell you, don't read this, don't read that, don't read this, don't read that, don't do this, don't do that. That doesn't sound like a God that I would want to serve. I mean, it just doesn't sound like that's a loving God. My Father would want me to get to know him as much as possible. So we have all this information out there today to find and learn and know about God and all of his existence and everything that we have. We were given this whole earth to be created for us to enjoy, to completely enjoy. So if we have electronics because God gave us a man that knew how to do these things, man, we should be blessed because we get to do this. We get to communicate all over the world right now. People watching, listening, viewing. Eventually, I'll work the kinks out on the radio station itself, and all those kinks will be worked out. But the thing of it is that we continue to grow and move. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the things that God's given me because that's what he's given me. And so this earth that we were given, we have taken and used it for our own greed. I give you this because God's judgment is coming upon all of us. And so I want you to be so prepared and know God so much that when we all stand in front of him, we're not having to worry about our eternal health, our eternal wealth, our eternal anything. We can go forward. Nothing that I teach or preach is to give me money or to make me better, because I only choose to make you better. God always makes me better. And so I just choose to give that back to you. And so I'm going to read chapter 1, verses 1, and I'm going to go through about, I guess, the first 6. And then I'm going to jump over in the book of the Bible and show you where it's at there. And it came to pass the first year of the Exodus of the children of Israel out of Egypt, and in the 3rd month of the 16th day of the month, that God spake to Moses, saying, Come to me on the mount, and I will give you the 2 tablets of stone of the law and of the commandment, which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses went up to the mount, and God in the glory of the Lord abode on Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And he called to Moses on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud. And the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a flaming fire on the top of the mount. And Moses was on the mount 40 days and 40 nights. God taught him the earlier and the later history of the division of all the days of the law and on the testimony. And he said, Incline thine heart to every word which I shall speak to thee on this mount, and write them in the book in order that their generation may see how I have not forsaken them for all evil which they may have wrought in transgressing the covenant which I established between me and thee for the generations this day on Mount Sinai. And thus it will come to pass, when all these things come upon them, that they will recognize that I am righteous, and they in their judgments and all their actions, they will recognize that I have been truly with them. We are in the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verses 20. We're going to start there. Chapter 19, verses 20. Chapter 19, verses 20. I'm going to start there, and I'm just going to read. I want you to understand, I just read from the book of Jubilees, chapter 1, verses 1 through the 6th verse. Now I'm going to read from the Bible, all right? Exodus 19, chapter 20. And I'm just going to read. Then the Lord came down out of the Mount Sinai at the top of the mountain. Then the Lord summoned Moses to the top of the mountain, and he went up. The Lord directed Moses, Go down and warn the people not to break through to see the Lord, otherwise many of them will die. Even the priests who come near the Lord must purify themselves of the Lord and will break out in anger against them. But Moses responded to them, The people cannot come up in the mountain, since you have warned us. Put a boundary around the mountain and consider it holy. And the Lord replied to him, Go down and come back with Aaron. But the priests and the people must not break through to come to the Lord, or he will break out in anger. So Moses went down and told the people. Then God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the place of Jubilee. Do not have any other gods beside me. This is where he gave Moses the tablets. Do not have any other gods beside me. Do not make any idol for yourself. And my dear great co-host Michael, he read the short summary of this. Do not have any other gods beside me. Do not make an idol for yourself, whether in the shape of anything. Heavens are above thee, on the earth below. You must not bow down them to worship. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children of Israel for their fathers' sin into the third and the fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing faithful love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commands. Do not misuse the name of the Lord your God, because the Lord your God will not leave anyone unpunished who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. You are to labor 6 and do all your work, but then the seventh, the one day is the Sabbath to your Lord your God. You must do any work. You must not do any work. You, your son, your daughter, your male or your female slave, your livestock, or the foreigner who is with you and within your gate. For the Lord your God made the heavens and the earth and the sea and everything in them. 6 days he rested, and on the seventh day, therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may have the lifelong land that the Lord your God is giving you. Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false witness, do not give false testimony against your neighbor, do not covet against your neighbor's house, do not covet your neighbor's wife, his male or female slave, his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. All the people witnessed thunder and lightning and the sound of the trumpet in the mount surrounded by the smoke. When the people saw it, they trembled and stood at a distance. You spake to us, and we will listen. They said to Moses, but don't let God speak to us, for it will die. Whew. I'm trying to do this as fast speed reading as I can. Got like 8 minutes. Moses responded to the people, don't be afraid, for God has come to test you so that you will fear him and you will not sin. And that the people remained standing at a distance as Moses approached the thick darkness where God was. Whew. If you go back and you do this for yourself, I'm just trying to give you bits and pieces where I have seen that the two kind of intertwine. Not that they kind of intertwine, but that one proves even more the existence of God than the other. Like, it's amazing once when you become a seeker. I say become a seeker of God and who he really is. There's only one way to get to him, and that's by believing that his son came, died for your sins, for your life. He rose again on the third day. He ascended to heaven, and that's where he's at right now. That's where he's at. He's just chilling with his dad. That's where Yeshua is. He's not here on this earth.